He was everything people wanted him to be: intelligent, handsome, charismatic. The kind of man who could walk into a room and have everyone eating out of the palm of his hand. But what no one knew was that beneath the flawless smile and smooth words lived something terrifying. A man not driven by love, ambition, or success, but by a hunger for control. And when that hunger grew too strong, it would consume everyone who trusted him. He grew up admired, praised for his intelligence, and later known for his charm. Friends describe him as the guy who women were drawn to his confidence. Colleagues trusted his ideas. He wasn't just liked, he was loved. To outsiders, his life looked enviable. A good job, a loyal partner, a future that seemed secure. But appearances can be dangerous. What people didn't realize was that every laugh, every smile, every kind word, was part of a carefully crafted mask. Because behind closed doors, he wasn't the man they thought he was. He was something else entirely. At first, the signs were small. White lies told with such confidence that no one questioned them. Stories that didn't quite add up, but were brushed off because of his charm. But for him, those lies weren't mistakes, they were victories. Each successful deception gave him a rush. It wasn't about covering his tracks. It was about control. He began to test boundaries. Manipulating friends, gaslighting his partner, bending reality just enough to make people doubt themselves. If someone confronted him, he'd smile, disarm them with logic or affection, and walk away leaving them questioning their own sanity. He was, in every sense, a predator. Not the kind that stalks in the shadows, but the kind that smiles at you in broad daylight. The man everyone adored had built two lives. In public, he was respectable. In private, he was ruthless. Behind closed doors, his intelligence became a weapon. He tracked people's routines, collected their secrets, and used their weaknesses against them. Friends who once trusted him now found themselves isolated, controlled, and afraid. But no one believed them. Because who would dare accuse him? The charming, intelligent, good-looking man who everyone thought was perfect, away in shock. Families who admired him were forced to confront the monster behind the smile. The truth was undeniable. He wasn't a misunderstood man. He was a predator, driven by control, obsession, and a darkness he had hidden for far too long. Evil doesn't always look like a shadow in the alley. Sometimes, it wears a tailored suit, a warm smile, and the voice of someone you trust. He was proof that the most terrifying monsters are not strangers, but the people we welcome into our homes, our friendships, even our hearts. Because every crime begins with a motive. And his motive was control.